What's going on there, boys? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Tuffs, and well, I've got a little bit of a life story for you guys, Again, and before we get into this life story, I just quickly want to say, if you haven't done so already, make sure to leave a like and comment. Subscribe to the channel if you are new or haven't done so already. And I just kind of want to say, thank you so much for the support that we got in yesterday's video. Like, honestly, I did not expect that whatsoever. I have around 22 subs already. Like, dude, do you know how crazy that actually is? So I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the love and support that I've been getting for the video. And let's hope we can keep on this roll, because yesterday's video did extremely well. If this one can do extremely well as well, let's try and hit 15 likes, then that'll be awesome. Anyway, with all being said, boys, let's get into today's story. So today's story is about summer camp, okay? Now, I need to give a little bit of context before I kind of talk about this story, because trust me, dude, there's a lot more to come in this story as well. Last time I had, the whole saga with the crazy mum. Well, here, we're going to call this the summer camp saga, okay? Now, every single story isn't going to be part of, a saga or whatever. It's just I thought, why not start off a little few series, as a start of the channel, and one of them is what happened when I went to a summer camp, okay? And this happened 3 times in my life. So it's a little bit different than the US, but basically in the UK, you go from year 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. They are the 4 years that you have in a place called secondary school. Well, 5 years, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah. Year 7 being 6th grade, and then moving on, okay? And so from year 8, which was my second year, year 9, and year 10, so my 3 middle years at the school, okay, I at the end of the year went to a summer camp with 3 of my homies, and this was probably some of the funnest times that I've ever had in my life. Every single time when I went, we didn't actually go to do the event and stuff like that. We didn't actually go to just be camp counselors and stuff like that. We went to have a good time, okay? And it's safe to say that every single time we did, we ended up having that good time. I really do miss them days, not gonna lie, and a lot of them I'm gonna be talking about on this channel, so if you want to say bye for more, I'd appreciate it if you did like and subscribe. But yeah, so this story starts when we get to the place for the second time, okay? Now, the first time, we were kind of the young kids, alright? Back in year 8, I was kind of young and stuff like that, but now I was in 9, I wasn't actually the youngest group going. We're kind of the middles, okay? Not the oldest kids, not the youngest kids, just bang on in the middle. So it was kind of no one would really try to bully us or anything like that. They mainly just focus on the smaller kids, which is pretty fucked, but we'll move on past that. And I'm in the bus going there with my 3 friends. Now, we've got 3 friends, so I'm going to give the names of Matt, Kyle, and Jeremy. 3 names that have randomly just came in my head, okay? Jeremy, the one that's going to stick out in this story, because it's safe to say that he was a massive fucking pothead. Every single day, he would smoke weed, without stop. If he woke up on that day, weed would have been consumed into his body. I really don't know how he managed to do it, every single day for that long, but you know what, man? If his body could hold it, then I guess fair enough. And then there's 2 of my other friends as well, them being Matt and Kyle. Of course, none of them are their actual names, but they kind of have stuff to do with this story, but not as much as Jeremy does. So we get to the camp, okay, and we get into our rooms, and we have a dorm room of 4, like we requested, so it's us 4 in one dorm room, and there's 4 dorm rooms in each, dorm altogether. And we're just going around knocking on every single dorm, seeing what's up to the boys, seeing what everyone's saying. Because we knew, some people that we did. We didn't know, all of the people that were actually at the camp, but I guess that was what it was really for. We're just going around, introducing ourselves, saying what was up. And well, one of the rooms we knocked on, okay, was a kid named Fergus's room. I'm gonna name this kid Fergus because trust me when I say this, alright? He is the biggest Fergus you've ever seen in your life. You think of the word Fergus, okay, you think of this kid. He's the type of kid who would be the snitch at school, okay? Looks a little bit like Peter Griffin. Most likely wants to be in the police force or something like that when he gets older, which, if any of you guys want to, then there's nothing wrong with that. Don't arrest me, I'm just saying. He's one of them kids, okay? He walks around, if any person, at all breaks the rules in the slightest way possible, he will literally go sicko mode on you, alright? So we start there introducing to everyone, and we see Fergus sat in the corner just staring towards us, right? And I'm kind of, looking over every now and again, seeing what he's doing. And I look over and I'm just oh, hey, what's up, man? What's your name? And then out of nowhere, he just stands up and stares me down. As if I've done something wrong and just starts going, and then looks me up and down. As if he's analyzing me or something. And so I'm just saying to him, hey, what's up? You all good and stuff like that? And he's like, yeah, I don't recognize you from anywhere, but you don't seem like the good kind. I'm just alright then, Mr. Leahy, calm down. And I got to walk away, and he grabs my arm, okay, and just goes, listen up, if any of you and your friends have any funny business going around, I shit you know he actually said this, by the way. If any of you, your friends, have any funny business going around, trust me, I will get the camp counselors and you'll be going down. Like some Candace from Phineas and Ferb type shit, okay? She looks me right in the eye and just tells me that I'm going to be going down. And the only really, illegal things that we planned to do there was just, I guess, smoke on the bridge that was around the corner, which is what we do. Because one of my homies, obviously, I mentioned earlier, Jeremy, being the pothead that he is, of course he brought weed. I just want to say, I do use the term pothead, as a joke. I don't actually, go around going, oh, look at them potheads. Anyway, PSA over. So I walked back over to to my friends, I'm just like, yeah, it's pretty safe to say we found the weird kid of the group, and I look over towards him, my friends do, and he's just sat there, like, analysing us, okay? I can just tell what's, like, going on through his head. He's gonna be like, oh, how can I get these guys in trouble? Like, one of them type of kids, alright? And I turn around and just go, yeah, he literally pulled me to the side and said that if we had any funny business going on, he was gonna take us down, and that was his exact words. Kind of like being a jokey way to my friends, telling them, you know, what he told me. And my friends just start dying with laughter. He's like, dude, trust me, right? What is this kid gonna do at the end of the day? Just looks at him. And then we walk off, okay? You know, we go to the other dorms, and that's about it. So a few hours go by, okay, and we're all sat around this fucking campfire thing, okay? Like, not by, like, forced or whatever. Like, there's not some guy sat there with the guitar, like, singing campfire songs. We just sat there, like, at our own accord. And we're kind of planning on what to do. Like, we kind of want to make a name for ourselves, okay? Like, we're there for 3 weeks. We want to be known as the kids that are, like, known to have fun, alright? So we just sat there, we're sat and we're thinking, you know, what can we actually do that won't get us completely busted, but will be absolutely incredible, you know what I mean? And we're like, oh yeah, we could play pranks on people and stuff like that, and then see what happens with that. And we're like, oh yeah, of course, that's 100%, that's a great idea. And then, mate, my man Jeremy comes out with the best line I might have ever heard ever. He just goes, yo, why don't we let the weed do the talking? He gets out like a 10-pack that he had, and we just all look at him like, Jeremy, dude, oh my god, I love this kid, bro. If you're watching this video, you know who you are. We just sat there, you know, doing our own thing, and we decided to get up and, of course, walk towards this bridge that's like a few corners away. So we walk towards the bridge, and of course, you know, we're doing our own thing. And one thing that I noticed is that Fergus's window was completely open, and there was like loud, like emo-ish music coming out of it. Like, if you get what I'm saying, like the closest thing I guess I could describe it to is like Lil Peep type vibes, but not that at all. I don't really know how to describe it, but yeah, it was like kind of like some emo music type shit as I walked by, and I'm just like, what the fuck? However, little did I know, okay, that was Fergus's way of distracting us, because my man was watching us from another window, literally his bathroom window. He was sat there watching us, and we learned this later when we get busted. So we're sat there on the bridge and stuff like that, okay, you know, we're doing our own thing, just sat there casually smoking, and then we hear flashlights, see flashlights in like the distance, like coming towards us if there's like a police search or something. And we're just like, what the fuck? Because obviously, you know, like we're high and stuff like that. So I turn around to my friends, I'm just like, yeah, is that just like me tripping, or did you guys see that? And one of my friends had just sat there with his eyes like wide open, like, yeah, I seen that too. And then we hear someone shout, and it sounded like one of the camp counselors, our camp counselor to be honest, which wasn't the best thing ever. And then we just see someone come through a bush that was like a little while away from us. It was like a good like 2-minute walk away from us. We just see someone come out of the bush and just go, there they are, there they are. And well, who was that kid who walked through the bush? Fergus. We just sat on the bridge with our legs literally just dangling over, just having a good time, and we see Fergus rush through the bushes with these camp counselors to try and bust us, and oh my dude. So we obviously try and get up and like run away from the situation, stuff like that. So we get up and like obviously being high as fuck, it was pretty hard, but we sat there, you know, we're trying to get away. My friend Jeremy has like some bong in his hand, he just sat there like trying to wig it. And we get back into the room, okay, and we think that we're safe. We just sat there being like, oh yeah, it's completely fine. However, little did we know, our stupid asses, that everyone else was outside, apart from us. So it kind of does look a bit weird, and of course, you know, we literally stunk of weed. So when my homie comes back, obviously, he sat there and he's like, oh yeah, we're safe. And then about 5 minutes later, we hear a boys and a knock on the door, and we just know it's over for us, okay? Like, of course, we tried to hide the stuff. One of my other homies, I forgot the name that I gave him, but he just sat there, like, spraying himself, like, trying to make it okay. And well, you know, as soon as we unlock the door, they know what's going on. We get busted. So we get taken to the office, and we just sat there, you know, like explaining what happened and stuff like that. My friend Jeremy's trying to like lie out the situation, who, by the way, can I just say, is the most highest. Like, you look at this kid and you just think, dude, you are fucked off your head. And obviously, you know, the camp counselors can tell this, and they're just basically saying, boys, we're gonna have to get your parents or even worse, maybe even the police involved in this. And after a good like 5 minutes of begging, they decide not to do that. I'll make this story not a lot shorter now, because I realize that this video is very long. I'm sorry. The story is a pretty long story, to be honest, but yeah, after all, like, you know, we just basically begged for 5 minutes, and my friend Jeremy was like on his knees basically saying, please don't tell anyone. His parents were fine with it, but of course, like, the police, that is pretty serious. So what happened, they just told us to bin everything, and like didn't even watch us do it. They were just like, right, we're gonna leave you unsupervised. We can trust you to put everything in the bin, get rid of completely everything. Or if you want, you can hand it over to us. And Jeremy was just like, oh, no, we'll put it in the bin, we'll put it in the bin. But what did we do? None of that whatsoever. Jeremy put it right back into his bag, and we smoked for the next 3 nights at the exact same location with no players. Like, we were completely stupid for doing that, but dude, like, no one came. But yeah, I guess that was basically that story. If you guys did enjoy this story, then make sure to, of course, leave a like. This is one of the many summer camp stories, and at this point, okay, we were basically basically just known for the kids who got busted smoking weed, alright? So I guess find out next time to see how we change that. You won't want to miss the next story, guys. Thank you so much for liking this video if you did, and watching all the way to the end. More importantly, like, I love you guys. You don't understand how much that means to me. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and of course I have a Discord server down below, so if you want to go ahead and join that as well. Make sure to have a good day, a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.